They say money can buy anything, but what if it could buy forever? 2,000 years ago, an emperor tried. He wasn't chasing gold or power or conquest. He was chasing the one thing no mortal ever could: immortality. This is the story of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, the man who unified a nation, built the Great Wall, and died searching for a way to never die. Before he became an emperor, Yingzheng was a prince, paranoid, brilliant, and ruthless. By the time he turned 13, he had already seen betrayal, war, and murder. He learned early life was fragile, and fragility was weakness. When he became emperor, he took a new name, Qin Shi Huang, meaning the first August emperor, not king, not ruler. He wanted to be remembered as divine. He conquered 6 rival kingdoms, forging one of the largest empires in human history. He standardized money, writing, and even the width of chariot axles, because to rule forever, you must control everything. But once his empire was built, he began to fear the only enemy he couldn't defeat: death. Qin Shi Huang's obsession wasn't just fear, it was strategy. He believed immortality was a technology, a secret formula lost to time, waiting to be rediscovered. He summoned alchemists, monks, and magicians from across the empire. They came carrying scrolls, potions, and myths. They spoke of islands of gods, of an elixir that could make the body incorruptible. One legend spoke of Penglai, a mystical island where immortals lived forever, guarded by dragons and surrounded by endless mist. The emperor believed it was real. He sent entire fleets, hundreds of ships, to find it. Some never returned. Others brought back strange stones, herbs, and powders, claiming they held the power to cheat death. He tried them all. What Qin didn't know was that his so-called elixirs were made of mercury, a deadly metal. Ironically, in his quest to escape death, he was drinking it. The emperor's doctors assured him, "It will purify your soul. It will make your body eternal," he believed them. He demanded more. And so, the most powerful man in the world, who had everything gold could buy, Hodis, was slowly poisoned by his own ambition. Every sip that was meant to make him immortal was killing him from the inside. But immortality wasn't just chemical. It was architectural. Qin Shi Huang believed if he couldn't live forever, his empire could. He built the Terracotta Army and over 8,000 life-sized warriors, each with unique faces, hairstyles, and armor. They weren't statues, they were an army built for eternity. Every soldier was a promise. Even in death, I will be protected. He built secret tunnels, palaces underground, rivers of mercury, and traps designed to kill anyone who entered. It wasn't just a tomb. It was a simulation of heaven, a luxury palace for eternity. Even his afterlife had to be richer than any king's reality. In 210 BCE, on a royal tour of his empire, Qin Shi Huang's health collapsed. His alchemists panicked. They gave him even more mercury pills, his final dose of immortality. He died within days, but his death was kept secret for weeks. His ministers feared chaos, so they pretended he was alive. They rode his carriage across provinces, carting dead fish behind it to hide the smell of decay. The man who wanted to live forever and had already turned to dust before the empire even knew he was gone. And yet, he got what he wanted. His name still lives. His tomb remains sealed, untouched for 2,000 years. His army still stands guard, silent, eternal. Modern scientists who scanned the tomb discovered dangerously high levels of mercury in the soil, just as ancient texts described. The rivers of mercury were real. He had built a toxic heaven. The irony? The emperor who died trying to live forever preserved himself longer than any of his conquerors. Today, immortality isn't found in elixirs or mercury. It's found in technology. Silicon Valley billionaires are funding longevity labs. They're experimenting with cell regeneration, cryonics, and digital consciousness. The dream hasn't changed, only the tools have. Qin Shi Huang's palace was built from stone and gold. Today's immortality is built from silicon and code. But the question remains, can humanity ever escape death, or are we just repeating the same mistake with shinier tools? Immortality isn't just science, it's luxury. To live forever, you need wealth, power, and control. It's the ultimate status symbol. Gold fades, empires crumble, but immortality, if achieved, would be the one luxury no one could buy but the rich. Maybe Qin Shi Huang wasn't wrong. He was simply too early. In a way, Qin Shi Huang was the world's first tech billionaire. He unified systems, built megastructures, and invested in research to conquer death itself. He treated immortality like a startup, and like many after him, he failed but changed the world trying. Because the truth is, immortality doesn't come from elixirs or machines. It comes from legacy. And Qin Shi Huang's legacy, still alive, still feared, still worshipped, the emperor tried to buy eternity, and in doing so, became eternal.